The helicopter blades sliced through the tropical air, whipping the sea mist into glittering trails. Below, the Emerald Island shimmered, lush forests, white sands, and a massive golden banner that read, "Welcome to Survival Haven." 100 contestants, each with dreams burning hotter than the island sun, stood at the edge of the landing platform. They came from everywhere: soldiers, influencers, athletes, office workers, even a 65-year-old grandma clutching a lucky charm. A voice boomed through the speakers, deep and commanding. "Greater than, welcome to the Island Challenge. One island, one winner, one private paradise for life." The crowd erupted, some cheering, some trembling. Among them stood Liam Cruz, a former firefighter. His eyes were calm, scanning the others. "People see paradise," he muttered. "I see war." Beside him, Mira Vale, a social media star with 10 million followers, smiled at her drone camera. "Day 1, baby. Let's make history." The host's voice continued. "Greater than, the rules are simple: survive, compete, conquer. The last person standing wins this private island, and $10 million. Suddenly, fireworks exploded overhead. But just as the crowd gasped at the display, the platform beneath them split apart, transforming into 10 smaller rafts. Each raft drifted away from the others toward different parts of the island. Screams echoed. Some jumped into the water, others clung to ropes. Liam stayed calm, pulling Mira back as she slipped. "Hold on. Don't fight the current," he shouted. When the chaos settled, the survivors found themselves scattered across the island, a paradise divided into danger zones. Liam's group of 10 found a freshwater stream and started setting up camp. He noticed everyone guarding their backpacks like treasure. Inside each was a single card that read, "Greater than, use this wisely. It could save your life, or end someone else's." That night, the jungle came alive with strange sounds: howling, rustling, whispers. The island wasn't silent, it watched. A bonfire flickered. The survivors exchanged nervous glances. Mira, trying to keep her followers updated, filmed herself. "Night 1, alliances are forming. But nobody knows what's coming." Liam looked past the firelight and noticed glowing red dots between the trees, cameras. Dozens of them. The entire island was under surveillance. He spoke quietly, "They're watching everything. Every argument, every betrayal." As the group ate, an announcement thundered through hidden speakers. "Greater than, attention contestants. The first challenge begins at sunrise. Only half of you will advance." Everyone froze. Half. That meant 50 would be eliminated. Mira whispered, "Eliminated how?" No one answered. At dawn, a horn blared across the island. A huge hologram of the host appeared in the sky. "Greater than, contestants, welcome to the hunt. The rules are simple: take someone's card. Without a card, you're out. You have 6 hours. Then came the kicker: the cards in their backpacks began glowing. They were trackers. The forest erupted into madness. People sprinted, shouted, and fought. Drones swarmed overhead, filming every desperate chase. Liam didn't want to fight, but when 3 men cornered him for his card, instincts took over. He grabbed a branch, dodged a swing, and disarmed one attacker. A quick shove sent another tumbling into the stream. He wasn't fighting for fame now, he was fighting to stay alive. Meanwhile, Mira hid behind a waterfall, watching through her drone feed. "This is insane," she whispered. "It's not a game anymore." As the timer neared 0, the island buzzed with tension. Those without cards collapsed, their trackers flashing red before they were airlifted away by drones, disqualified, but alive. When the horn finally blared again, 50 people remained. The survivors gathered on the beach, exhausted, bloodied, but still burning with ambition. The host's voice echoed again. "Greater than, congratulations, survivors. You've proven you can fight. But can you trust?" The sun set, casting gold over the ocean. Liam stood beside Mira, staring at the horizon. "They're not just testing our strength," he said quietly. "They're testing our humanity." Mira nodded, lowering her camera for the first time. "Then let's give them something real." The island went dark, and the real fight began. 2 weeks passed. The lush island now looked like a battlefield: burnt trees, torn camps, and empty beaches where once there were crowds. Only 5 contestants remained. Liam and Mira had formed an uneasy alliance with 2 others, Rico, a Navy veteran, and Jade, a doctor. They shared food, built traps, and protected each other. But trust was fragile. Every night, they heard the same announcement. Greater than, only one can own the island. The rest must fall. The four sat around a dying fire, silent. Mira finally broke the tension. When this started, I wanted fame. Now, I just want to go home. Liam stared at the flames. Home doesn't feel real anymore. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A hologram flickered above the camp, the host again, smiling coldly. Greater than, final phase, the crown hunt. One crown hidden at the island's heart. Whoever wears it by sunset wins everything. Then the hologram dissolved into sparks. Rico stood, gripping his spear. That's it. No more waiting. He vanished into the jungle. Jade followed after a moment, muttering, I didn't come this far to lose. That left Liam and Mira, alone, staring at the dark forest that seemed to swallow hope whole. Do we go after it? Mira asked. Liam nodded. Together, they set off through the dense jungle, climbing cliffs and crossing rivers until they reached the heart of the island, a stone temple half buried in vines. Inside, sunlight filtered through cracks, illuminating a pedestal where the golden crown rested. But Rico was already there. His face was bruised, his arm bleeding. It's mine, he growled. Behind him, Jade limped into the room, also wounded, eyes burning with determination. Over my dead body. The tension snapped like glass. Rico lunged first, swinging his spear. Jade dodged and slashed back with a knife. Liam and Mira ducked for cover as chaos erupted. Steel clashed. Blood spilled. In the struggle, Rico shoved Jade toward the edge of the temple's pit. She slipped, barely hanging on. He raised his spear, but before he could strike, Liam tackled him. The spear clattered to the floor. Stop. This isn't survival anymore, it's slaughter. Liam shouted. Rico roared, only one wins. And threw a punch that sent Liam staggering. But Mira, trembling, grabbed a rock and struck Rico's hand. He fell backward, into the pit. Silence. Only their breaths filled the air. Mira dropped the rock, tears streaking her dirt-covered face. I didn't mean. Liam pulled her close. You had no choice. Jade, pale and weak, whispered, take it. End this. Liam looked at the crown. It glittered like the sun, beautiful, deadly. He picked it up slowly, the metal cold against his skin. Then he turned to Mira. We did this together. You take it. She shook her head. No. You kept me alive. He smiled faintly. Then let's both walk away. But as they stepped toward the exit, the host's voice boomed again, echoing through the temple walls. Greater than, if no one claims the crown by sunset, the island resets. Everyone loses. The ground began to shake. Vines whipped across the walls. The island itself seemed angry. Mira stared at Liam. If you don't put it on, all this was for nothing. Liam's jaw clenched. He looked at the crown one last time, then hurled it into the pit. No prize is worth this, he said. The shaking stopped. Silence fell. Then, slowly, the clouds parted. Sunlight poured through the ceiling, bathing them in gold. The host's voice returned, softer this time. Greater than, remarkable. For the first time in history, someone chose humanity over victory. A helicopter descended, kicking up dust. Greater than, Liam Cruz and Mira Vale, you both win. The island belongs to those who refuse to destroy it. Mira stared in disbelief. We won. Liam smiled. No, we survived. As the helicopter lifted them into the sky, the island below shimmered like paradise again, quiet, peaceful, reborn. Mira turned her camera toward Liam. Say something for the audience. He looked straight at the lens. Greater than, winning isn't about owning an island. It's about not losing yourself. The ocean sparkled beneath them. And the legend of 100 people who fought for a private island became the most watched story in the world.